Does anyone else feel like the internet exists now just to sell us stuff? Don't get me wrong. I love to see people using things I'm unfamiliar with. Helps me get inspired, gives me new ideas. But as fun and exciting as it is to buy new craft supplies, I have plenty. So for this month's art and craft vlog, I decided to only use supplies I already have, which shouldn't be hard. It's not like I buy a bunch of new craft supplies all the time. If I have an idea for a new project and I need something for that, I'll go out and get it, but it's not like I'm buying things I don't need. However, I love the idea of just like using what you have and being resourceful. It's very satisfying and it helps reduce overconsumption. For my first project this month, I decided to use these old fabric paints I've had for a while. I've had those for several years, and this month I decided to use them to make custom merch for my favorite musical artist, Gollum. Gollum makes, in my opinion, the best electronic music. They've been my #1 artist for several years now, and when I love something, I like to have objects around me or that I can wear that represent the thing that I love. I mean, me describing what it's like to be a human who enjoys things. So I was looking for Gollum merch, specifically a shirt, and I didn't see anything, so I decided to make it myself. I didn't want to just like rip their album art. I just wanted to get inspired by it and make my own designs kind of based off the colors and the symbols that are commonly used in their album art. I came up with this. And since I'm using the fabric paints that I already own, I decided to stick to colors that I already have or could mix. This shirt also I didn't go out and buy. It's an old shirt of my partner's that he doesn't wear anymore. Once I had the design, I started painting. It's got a lot of hair on it. Ah! Was that good? Hold on, I can do it better.
How about a jumping 360 for old time's sake?
With the dog, can you hold it? A jumping 360, huh?
Yeah? Oh, you did it good. What the hell? You're a...
And now I have my own Gollum merch, and I love this shirt. I also really love this design. I think the little guy is super cute. Also, if you're planning on painting fabric, remember to heat set it. So to do that, I just ironed over top of it with like a towel in between the paint and the iron, and that will make sure that that the paint is set and you can wash it in the washer and stuff. For my second project, I turned to these magnet sheets that I have. My dad gave me these years ago, and they've just been sitting on one side of our refrigerator waiting for me to figure out what to do with them. And so what I decided to do was make a magnetic dress-up set. I drew this Puppycat dress-up set a while ago. I've cut it out in paper several times, and like I'll use the little bits in my junk journal. So I had the idea of printing the dress-up set onto sticker paper and then putting the stickers onto the magnetic sheet and then cutting that out. So then I would have like a magnetic dress-up set to put on my fridge. So that was a pretty simple process, but cutting out the magnets was definitely tedious and my hands hurt. It did start snowing while I was cutting them out though, which was really awesome. I live in Florida, so that's not a usual occurrence. And it snowed for like 10 minutes, but it was beautiful and wonderful and lovely, and everyone ran outside with joy. Oh my god. This is a cashmere sweater that I got from the bins. I got it because I really liked the stripes, but it did have a large hole in it here and on the sleeves. I was just wearing the shirt with the holes because I don't care about holes or stains aesthetically. That doesn't really bother me. Yeah, I don't need to be looking extremely refined at all times, or really ever. And I'm not even really sure how to achieve that. But I saw Kathleen illustrated mendable sweaters with needle felting, and I was like, I want to try that. So I decided to put a little no face from Spirited Away covering this hole here, and I kind of extended him down so that it looked like he was kind of like popping above this yellow stripe. And then for the holes on the sleeves, I put little soot sprites. And I absolutely love this sweater now. I was fine with it with the holes, like I said, but now it's customized, personalized to me. Once I finished this sweater, I also wore it on a day trip to Georgia. I woke up that morning and I was like, I really need to go to an aquarium. And the nearest aquarium was in, where is it? Where did we go? I'm looking straight at it and I love it.
You're not.
I'm looking right at it. It looks like magic to me.
You can't fish.
Yeah. We'd never been there, so we decided like that morning to take a day trip there, and we went to the aquarium, which is actually a river aquarium, kind of showcasing the species that live in the Flint River near that the aquarium is on the banks of. There's turtles climbing on turtles. We also went to the zoo there. It was a nice, very cold day. We were the only people at the zoo, and the person working there was like, "You guys must be from the north." Yeah, it was just a really nice day. And I got to wear my cool, warm sweater on a cold day walking around the zoo with no holes, only warmth. With my needle felting supplies, I also made outfits for 2 of my calico critters. First, I made this little jester. The little balls on the ends of their hat and their buttons are actually just like beads that I have had for years. I think I got them at the Dollar Tree. I also made a bat. My friend recently sent me a picture of the custom bat calico critters that people make. And while I'm not entirely sure how to do like full-on customs to calico critters, like changing the color of their fur and things like that, I was like, I can make you a little bat costume. So I made this bat. Since I'm giving that to a friend, I wanted to make a little accessory to go along with it, and I made something incredible. It's so simple, so basic. My parents bid on a set of like random calico critter stuff, like accessories, calico critters, a house, a tree house. They got this like a bunch of stuff for cheaper than you would normally, some of it like really old, and they gave that to me for Christmas. So I have a lot of random accessories, including this little pot and this little ladle. My friend who wanted the bat calico critters really into like witchy stuff, so I thought I would make a little cauldron. So here are some beads of different kind of witch brew colors. And oh my god, Chris. Okay, no! Got it. I put a bunch of different color beads in the little pot with the ladle, and now it's like a little witch's cauldron. It's also a little bit of a fidget toy, so you can take the ladle and scoop the beads, and it makes a very pleasing sound if you'd like to hear. And I don't know if this counts as a craft, but I do think it counts as putting random stuff I have in my house together to make something nice. I've been really loving needle felting. I think it's such a nice hobby to do while I'm watching YouTube or whatever, because it's just kind of like a lot of repetitive stabbing of a needle, and I think that's kind of soothing. Do I sometimes stab myself? Yes. Does it hurt? Yes. Do I care? No. I move on, and you will too if you decide to do it. It doesn't hurt that bad. And I could be more careful, but I'm also trying to watch something, so. And my needle felting supplies have been going to very good use this month because I also made my friend this little mouse as a birthday present. Okay, for my fourth and final project of the month. One craft or art supply that I got more recently in my life is Posca paint pens. I have never had Posca paint pens before. I saw these at Walmart a few months ago and I bought them because I'm so curious what they're like. I've just never used them. One day I decided to sit down and paint, I don't know what you call it, draw/paint a picture using them. I ended up making this. So I used Posca paint pens as like the base, and then I added on regular paint for like the background and some parts of the wings. And then I also added some texture to the Posca painted parts with these colored pencils that I've had for a while. I also got these from Walmart. My Walmart has a bunch of art supplies for not ridiculous prices. So I think everything that I get there is cheaper than it would be if I went to like Michael's. We don't have like a local art supply store here. I like the colors of this. It was just fun to play around. My inspiration was this photo from this old bird book that I have. I love birds. They are fighting, but when I drew them, it looks more like they like each other. Birds are deceiving in that way. I added the words at the bottom because fuck ice, and I wish this world had more empathy, and all the stuff that's happening makes me fucking sick. I don't actually think that bird pictures are gonna do anything about that, but I do think that making art and, you know, making crafts is incredibly important for our mental health. I'm sure if you're somebody watching this, you're probably crafty or artsy crafty. And I hope that you continue doing the things that you love and taking care of yourself so you can take care of the people around you. And yeah, the world is gross. You think birds are crazy? Woof. Yeah, all the most horrible things in the world that I can think of are done by people, but I also still like to remind myself that all my favorite things, all the pieces of art I love, all the video games I love, all the TV shows I love were also made by people, and so people are good. It's just some people need to have more empathy, and I don't know how that happens, but I hope it does.
Because I want a chicken soup. Am I supposed to be in here? I know my hair looks really bad today.
It looks good. Can you turn it the other way?
This way?
He's coming right for me. Oh my god. Really?
Is that it right there?
Wow. I'm getting a lot of alerts on my camera about things I'm doing wrong, so I have to go. My camera's overheating, but I'm in my house and it's winter, so that's cool. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. I make videos about arts and crafts. Yay! Also, if you like this video, please subscribe. If you subscribe, you become a grub-scriber. And that, what could be better than that? Bye!